The city has partnered with business resource organizations to encourage people to shop local. We learn about shopsouthernnm.com and more in this edition of Ask the. All right, hello and welcome. I'm Mandy with the city's communication department, and today we have Carrie Hamblin with us, President and CEO of Las Cruces Green Chamber and State Senator-elect for District 38. Welcome, Carrie.
Thank you so much, Mandy, for having me today. It's such a pleasure to see your face, even if it is in this electronic version.
Yes, and so we are doing this Ask the via Zoom. This is only the second time we've ever done it virtually. We know that COVID has had a huge impact on all of our lives, really. And the question that I have for you, as CEO of the Green Chamber, you're working with businesses on a regular basis. What are you seeing in the impacts on our businesses in Las Cruces?
So, before I get into this, it's really a complex conversation and challenging for all of our small businesses. But one of the things that I would love to give credit to our small businesses is that they have adapted, they have become creative, they have gone outside their comfort level to make sure that they reach out to their customers, from curbside delivery to takeout to offering family packs. To personalizing their services so that they can reach their customers and clients has been something that I share with every single business that I talk with. And, with the pandemic, it's really been important for me to stress with our local businesses how they've needed to amplify their presence on social media, because many of us are on our phones and our computers way more than we ever care to be right now. But that is an audience that you need to reach as a business. And so working with them on how to increase their social media presence, working with the Arrowhead Center, which has a free program for businesses to help amplify their social media presence, has been invaluable. But also just the collaborations that have been, working in some capacity or another, but have really become so strong together as a group to work together and make sure that our businesses are getting all the resources that they need, all the support that they need and advice that they need in order to help maintain their presence in people's lives, even if people aren't going into the storefronts, in person.
Mm-hmm. Carrie, you talked about the businesses are being adaptive and changing. What are some of the innovative things that you've seen happen in our business community?
Well, in the restaurant community, offering family packs has been just a brilliant idea, so that people can go and do curbside pickup and have an entire meal for their family, and that the restaurants have really thought about like all the different things, just the main course and the sides and desserts, and really offered those so that people don't have to look at the menus, that they can go ahead and say, yes, I would love a rib package, a rib family package if you're a meat eater, and they've become so creative, and I really appreciate that. With services stores that have offered like goods and like clothing, apparel, they've really focused more to their online presence, which, as much of an optimist as I am about this, is that it's really going to be the way business is done, at least for the next 18 months. Even though we have a vaccine, even though our numbers are, unfortunately fluctuating, we need to get those down and keep them down. Those businesses have really resorted to amplifying how they sell online. And I think also it's, small business owners are strong people. They, are doing this, they're putting the blood, sweat, and tears into their business. And now with COVID, working even harder to keep their doors open and their staff employed. They're really recognizing how e-commerce is going to be a way that they're going to have to do business, and kind of adjusting their business model to do that. And, it's using those services that are available to help do that, because small business owners have enough on their plates. Even if they're not restaurants, they have enough on their plates already that we need to help provide those services and connect them with them.
And Carrie, one of the things that we've heard a lot is it's difficult to shop local right now. And I know that you've worked in a collaboration with several other entities to build the shopsouthernnm.com website. Can you tell us about that project?
Sure. And it was really, when the pandemic started, the state economic development department started a buy local NM page. And it was a great effort and an initiative, but it, like a lot of things, Southern New Mexico kind of gets ignored or buried in those things. And there also needed to be a strong public relations campaign about that, to where entities all over the state were publicizing going to this site. And so that's where the shopsouthernnm.com initiative came into play, is that we wanted to have a website that was really easy to navigate, and working with a local company, Sinuate Media, who helped develop this website. But it was really, the guidance from the City Economic Development Department, Dr. Griselda Martinez, working with my colleague, Debbie Moore at the Greater Las Cruces Chamber, working with Joanne Garay at the Small Business Development Center, Humberto Hijar at West, and also Lupe and Victor at the Lift Fund, to work. All of us work together. And I hope I didn't leave anybody out. I don't think I did. I'm just kind of going through their logos in my head. But all of us working together to help promote this site, to not only get people to go to the website, we can talk about kind of the mechanics of the website in just a minute, but to get people to go to the website, and also where they can find resources for their business. And so we made it kind of a one-stop shop, so that businesses can easily get their listing on there. There's no fee. It's just basic information, and then it links to either your social media as a business or your website. So it's really kind of a landing page, if you want to look at it that way. But it's a great way to look and be able to categorize your businesses, and shop either to support nonprofits or to to support brick and mortars.
So, Carrie, I know you just listed off the partners in the effort. I think it's important that we make sure that they're all recognized. And you said the chambers were involved, Economic Development Department at the city, NMSU's Arrowhead Center.
Yes, that's the one I forgot. Thank you so much for highlighting that.
I knew there was one. The Small Business Development Center,
And
West, and Lift Fund.
Lift Fund.
And Lift Fund. Awesome. So how do businesses benefit from this site? Is it free for them to use? Can you tell me a little bit about what businesses need to know and how they might participate?
Absolutely. It is free for businesses, and you don't have to be a member of the chambers. You don't have to be a client of West or SBDC. You don't have to be a client of the Arrowhead Fund. It is open to all businesses in Las Cruces and the surrounding areas. I mean, we're trying to keep it kind of Las Cruces proper right now, but we certainly know that there are opportunities for expansion. But the point is that it is a landing page. So in essence, when people go to shopsouthernnm.com, they will see an opportunity for them to either search by particular types of businesses or nonprofits, or they can go alphabetically. And there are over 150 businesses on that site already. And what you'll do is you'll see the logo, and they're like little tiles, so little pictures that you'll see of each of the businesses' logos. And when you click on that, it flips. And on the other side is the name of the business, the contact information, also if they are certified safe through the state, if they are members of the chamber, and also where to go to get to their social media or their website. And so it literally takes 2 clicks at the most to get to your destination, so that you can see what the businesses are doing. And the whole point was to not put an extra burden on the businesses. They have enough on their plates already. They are managing their social media. They are managing their websites. And so what we want to do is to have this site as an open door to help get folks to go and look at these businesses. And then there's another and businesses can also submit their information. It's a really easy form where they can go through and fill out their basic information, even upload their logo. And then within about a day, your business will be on there. And what's really great that I love that Sinuate Media, Leah and Jason and their whole crew did, is that they have the new businesses of the week. So they're at the top, and then they'll eventually get into where they're alphabetized. And it's really nice when I go in and check this website and see how many businesses are there, and how many new businesses that I don't know about that are there. There's a mushroom grower that I can't wait to turn my wife onto, because she loves locally grown mushrooms. And so it's a really great way, even if you're not thinking about, purchasing at the moment, peruse these businesses, because this is a great way for you to know about these new businesses that are that are starting during a pandemic. How brave of them to start during
Very.
a pandemic and really work hard. I mean, my goodness, my hat's off to all of those who have started businesses during this time. But it's a great way to introduce yourself to new businesses, even if you're not going out and you're practicing social distancing and staying at home if you can.
So, Carrie, that's great information for the shoppers. We can go on, we can look for whatever we might be needing. But can you tell me again, how do businesses sign up? You said there was a form.
Yes, you just go to shopsouthernnm.com and you will look up in the top right corner of that and it says submit your business. And all you have to do is click on that and then the form pops up and you fill it out. And I think it literally takes you about 45 seconds to do.
That's fantastic. I love the fact that it's easy for the
Oh,
businesses.
well, and that's the conversation that we've had as a collaborative group is like, how can we use our collective resources as business serving organizations and help lessen the burden that small businesses are already experiencing because of the pandemic and even so beforehand? How can we help lessen that burden and make it easier for them to put their information up? They don't have to maintain it. They don't have to go through and update any information, but they can edit an already existing listing. But it's super, super easy. And what we want to do is be able to publicize them as a business. Now, there are a couple of organizations that can't publicize particular businesses because, it's not in their makeup. But myself and the other chambers, if we see that there are members of the chambers on there, we can use our social media and publicize those businesses as well. So it serves a multitude of purposes, and I feel safe in saying that our commitment as all of these business serving organizations is to make it as easy as possible for your business to be represented. And then we do the rest. We do the social media, we publicize what you do. And if you need help on things, you can go to the business resources page and connect with any one of our organizations. You'll also see what our organizations provide for you. And so if you need help with CARES funding or if you need help with a small business loan, right now, loans aren't necessarily the most practical way to go because businesses don't want to go into any more debt. But also ways to get a hold of grants, both local and federal grants and state grants. All of that is there for you as a business. And you can always reach out to us if you need help on something. All of us are committed to helping connect you with whatever agency will be able to meet the need that you have.
So, Carrie, I know that this website is in reaction to the pandemic, but how do you see it evolving and continuing to be an asset even as things change and hopefully get better and we're able to start going back out again?
I see it as a great way of serving as a directory for all of us. We have a printed directory, which is on hold right now just because of the pandemic, but, moving more toward an electronic directory that makes it easy for people to go and see if they want to spend their money locally, that they can go locally. And so, it's a great way, post pandemic, which I'm optimistic about, and I know that we'll get there. And we have the opportunity to be flexible with this website. But right now, it is a great directory and will serve as a great directory. If you want to shop local, keep your money local, go to shopsouthernnm.com.
And Carrie, that's all the questions that I had for you today, but is there anything else that you think that viewers should know?
Well, it is a challenging time, and as much as I'd like to be sitting on that table, next to you, Mandy, I also recognize that it's my commitment and my responsibility as a community member to make sure that I do what I can to make sure our community stays safe. And I do hope that people do that. I recognize the challenges that businesses are going through, and and that's where I encourage people to be safe, wear a mask. Support your local businesses when you can. And if you can't support them financially right now, the ways that you can support them is leave a comment on their social media, share what they post, share your favorite memory about what it is about a particular business. If you like when you go into Save Mart, that Jerry's crew will walk you out to your car and deliver your groceries into your trunk to the trunk of your car, share that. Our businesses need our support right now. And any stories, anything that conveys feeling and and just the commitment that we have to our local businesses, I recommend that you do that. They need all the help we can get. And by all means, I'm not ignoring our frontline supporters, our medical personnel, because they are doing an incredible job, and I thank them. But right now, when it's with what I do with my wheelhouse is supporting our local businesses, do what you can to create more awareness about what they do in the community. If it's donating to your nonprofit, share that information, tag them on social media, and make sure that we lift them all up in a time of challenge. Because the statistic that I use on a regular basis, Mandy, is that local businesses give back to local charities 350% more than do national chains. And the reason why is because most likely we know the owner, we know the managers, or they employ our friends and neighbors or our family members. And so there's always that connection. And locally owned businesses are committed to helping our community be a better place. And so let's share that love and return those favors and help support them during this really challenging time and beyond. But right now, it's incredibly important. And one of the things, Mandy, if I can, right now we talk about, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday. The reason why that is so important right now is because the last quarter of the year is the quarter that all small businesses depend on to get them, we call it, either in the red or in the black. This is where they demonstrate that there is a profit. And so this last quarter is really, really important for small businesses. And so even if you have a question, if like, hey, do you carry this product? That is really important, because if they don't have it in store, they can order it for you and the money stays here. And that is the critical thing that we need to all keep in mind when it comes down to shopping for our holiday gifts, is try to do your best to keep your money locally here, because that will pay off down the line when those local businesses are able to give back to our community.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Carrie. It's been a joy to see you. I'm so glad that we were able to do this virtually. And we will put out information as well about the shopsouthernnm.com. But thank you for your time, and thank you for the work that you're doing for the businesses here in Las Cruces.
Well, thank you so much. And I appreciate being able to be on your social media, which I'm going to share it on my social media, so that we can use the benefit of the interwebs and get it out there and have people sign up to shopsouthernnm.com and really help support our community right now. So thank you so much for the opportunity. It's great seeing your face. I'd much rather see you in person, but right now it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. Thank you.